Hi, my name is Katarzyna Chudziak. I'm 14 years old. I live near Wrocław in Poland. I'm here because I would like to tell you about Polish Children's Academy and how we're breaking boundaries. But first, I would like to ask you, when you hear the words Children's Academy, what comes to your mind? Is that science is not for kids? Or maybe university is only for adults? In my mind, science is for kids, and university isn't only for adults. What's the project Polish Children's Academy? It was created in 2009 by Agata Hoffman. It's a non-profit project, and the goal of this project is to have as many kids as it is possible to take part in it and learn from each other. It's organized at many universities in Poland and even abroad, because, for example, in Ireland or Netherlands. Here you can see a photo of me, and I'm 6 on this photo. This was my first lecture. Our young students and our young experts are from age 6 to 12. We have a little differently view for education. For example, children are given small gifts not for answers, like in Polish schools, but for questions. I think questions are the most important in science. Kids are learning from kids. In my opinion, sometimes it's just easier to learn something from your peer than your teacher. We learn throughout our entire lives. Adults can learn from kids too. Here you can see me as a volunteer, and I'm holding a microphone because our young student wants to ask a question. And on the other photo, you can see how children are happy when they are able to ask questions. So what does this event look like? First, our young students are walking into the university. I think it's a big thing for them because when we hear the word university, often it's connected with adults, other students, professors. But I think university is a place for kids too. Young expert has a lecture about his passions, his hobby. It's always very interesting. Then questions. Our young students are able to ask questions. We know the importance of movement, so after the questions to our young expert is dance break. Then lecture of our adult expert. It's only on the same topic as lecture of our young expert. Questions, there are always lots of them too. We celebrate the end of these events with pizza. You can see here our young students as pirates eating some pizza. And here is dance break. Look how much energy is in it. Polish Children's International Scientific Conference. It's once a year. Over 600 children come from all over Poland to take part in this one-day conference. During the main event is a lecture of young expert. Then our adult expert has a lecture. Our adult expert is always from abroad. We've hosted educators, experts such as workers from NASA, educators from UNESCO or Arizona. After the main event, children are divided into smaller groups, and they have another lectures with another young students. We're celebrating the end of this event with pizza, of course, and chocolate fontaine. You can see here 6th Children's International Scientific Conference, and all these letters were made by kids. Now I would like to tell you something about boundaries. What are boundaries and who makes them? When you hear the word boundaries, what comes into your mind? In my mind are borders between countries. But I would like to focus on boundaries in our minds, because they're created in our minds. Overcoming or crossing these barriers is often connected with stress, or you can feel anxiety. But thus familiar means what's best? I don't think so. So in the project Polish Children's Academy, we're trying to help children to overcoming their barriers in pleasant, fun and friendly way. Here you can see one of our young students with head of university. And here are the youngest experts in Polish Children's Academy in Wrocław, because the youngest was 6 and the oldest was 8. They were talking about dinosaurs. Their knowledge was really impressive. So, how do we break boundaries? Children are students. They really want to learn something new. Children are experts. They can learn each other. Children has different functions. This is not only academy for kids. This is children's academy. So they can be volunteers, they can be young experts, and when you're an expert, on the other event, you're a host. They are young students, and I am a spokesperson of this project. I know that adults can learn from kids too, but some of them has to break their boundaries in their minds. Here you can see one class on the end of the academic year in Polish Children's Academy in Wrocław. And kids can be scientists. You can see here 2 little girls doing some experiments. So, why do we do this? And what is important for us? Of course, the most important for us are kids. If they weren't there, the project wouldn't exist. We do that so that they could have more experience, so that they can believe in themselves. I know many kids are struggling with it, so we're trying to help them just to believe in themselves. So that science is something fun. It's not just boring lessons in school. So that help them to continue what they love. If there is possibility, we're trying to help them to continue their passions, to show them that really anything is possible. Here you can see photo from connecting with astronauts in space. I was that lucky to be in a group of 15 kids, and we were asking them questions. My question was, what are dreams of astronauts in space? And what do they miss? Unfortunately, the connection wasn't that great and we lost it. But I hope that in near future, I will get an answer for that question. Because anything is possible, right?